Guess what, y'all? Ryan Poles is here for an extended amount of time, having got a fresh extension. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, training camp is almost here. Y'all want to talk about it? Keep it locked. Welcome, everybody, back to an all new edition of CHI Go Bears. As always, it's your boy John J. And with me, once again, is my dog, D Snow from the Go. What's going on, cuzzo?
The boys are back in town. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we miss y'all, man. I hate that we had that little hiatus, but it wasn't nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? But hey, man, time is flying by. It's been a hot summer. We are getting so close to some preseason football, man. So I'm excited. How you been, though?
Oh man, I'm good. Yeah, we had a nice little extended break for a variety of reasons. Definitely
Yes, sir.
apologize for being gone so long. Definitely had some personal issues to deal with. But man, the training camp is getting ready to kick off soon. So I'm happy, man. We finna get into it, and this is a love. So before we get into all that, ladies and gentlemen, please do us a solid. Get down there and drop a like, share this thing, and subscribe. Cause we gets busy over here. You did?
Yes, sir. You hear me?
Yeah, we diehard Bears fans, and the time is here. So, D Snow, the first thing I want to talk about is something I'm sure the people have heard about over the last couple of days. It's been some big news, but Ryan Poles has gotten extended. And we here at CHI Go Bears, we Ryan Poles fans. So this is good news to us. You know, we've been singing his praises all off season, and he's been in that cooking. He's been in that kitchen cooking. He's been whipping up something that we think might become something special here. So, D Snow, what was your thoughts when you first heard that Ryan Poles got extended to 2029, now pairing him up side by side with Ben Johnson?
Hey, the biggest statement that came across my mind, that came across our little text thread that we use a lot, and we don't throw this around lightly. When we say this, we mean it. Earn, not given, man. Earn, not given. That's where we come from. We believe in dudes that earn it; it wasn't given to them. And Ryan Poles has been on fire this offseason with everything he's done to put this brand new team around Caleb. I mean, he's addressed the offensive line, he's addressed the defense, he's addressed everything. The head coach, everything that you can think of, he's addressed. And we are looking like we're on a course and on a trajectory that, as the Chicago Bears team, I don't think we've ever been. We've never had this much. Well, I'm gonna say never, but it's been a long time since we've had this much buzz around the team. And this is probably gonna be the best offensive lineup we've ever had. So I mean, kudos to him. I think it's earned. Hey, he's just starting to re-sign some of his guys that he drafted when he first got here. And the one thing that I talk about a lot with football and with the Bears is culture. And it seems as if we are finally turning that culture away from those lovable loser Bears to a team that might have to be reckoned with in this upcoming season. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Now I understand. I've seen some back and forth. Some people are wondering why. You know, he's got some people that he's not fully convinced yet, and I understand that. You know, since he's been there, we've not had a winning team. You know, Matt Eberflus was comically bad, and this was Ryan Poles' first hiring. But to that, I say this. Again, that was Ryan Poles' first hiring. He was a fresh new GM, youngest GM. I believe he was about 35-ish when they signed him. And they had already
doing with that, though. I mean, he was trying to bring in a defensive coach for a defensive type of team.
Well, I think, but more than that, and you're not wrong, but if you recall when Ryan Poles got hired, they had done a complete interview process with the coaches and the GMs before bringing in Ryan Poles. So I kind of figured I kind of feel like he was steered in a direction without fully knowing, if
Yeah.
that makes any sense. You know, it was the Bears ownership along with someone that they had helping with the process named Ernie Accorsi. And he helped find the GM and the coach. And by the time Ryan Poles got hired, it was like, here's 3, 4 names, pick one. So he didn't really get a chance to fully involve himself in finding his first head coach. So is that a pass? Maybe, maybe not, but it's just a reason. It's real life. It's
Yeah.
just what it is. Um, so I think this is finally his chance to really put his stamp on things. Not only that, but he also inherited a situation that he needed to blow up and start fresh from the ground up. And
Yeah.
that's an extended process. So I think we're now seeing the fruits of that labor. And I think he did a great job. I think that all of the holes that we've complained about have been filled. Yeah, there's still question marks. But we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
I think it's a good deal. We don't know what the money is. Bears don't announce financials with the front office.
Yeah.
They keep those things private. But I'm glad that they did it. It aligns him and Ben Johnson up, so they're one entity. They're gonna come and go
We are the
together.
butt of a lot of jokes right now, though. I'm not gonna lie, because on the outside looking in, 29% winning percentage, two last place finishes in the last
Yeah,
4 years. Yeah,
that's
that
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
usually warrant an extension. So
I understand people's hesitancy with this,
yeah, yeah,
but I also feel like he's done his job and put a team together. Now it's
yeah.
Ben Johnson's turn. I feel like he's done everything that we could ask for a GM to do. Um, so yeah, definitely, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear y'all thoughts down in the comments. Are y'all for the signing? Are y'all against it? Let us know. We might not respond to every comment, but we read every comment.
Yes, sir.
So get with us. But moving on. Training camp. It's almost time, D Snow. It's
Yeah, man.
almost time. Ladies and gentlemen, the rookies report July 19th. So that's next weekend. And then the veterans report July 22nd. And the first public practice will be July 25th. But some of the more enticing things to discuss when it comes to training camp is the battles. These Snow, it's
Yeah,
all about the potential
yeah.
training camp battles, and that's what we're gonna get into today. We're gonna preview some of these training camp battles and how we think it's gonna play out, who we think is gonna win. And first off, I want to start off D Snow with the left tackle battle. Um, this is a battle we've been talking about and building up to ever since the draft. We brought in Ozzie Trapillo from in the second round. Um, but there's also the incumbent starter in Braxton Jones, who's coming off of an injury. Now he should be ready at some point during training camp, but I would guess that he'll probably be on some type of restriction early on. Um, and then there's the third potential guy is last year's rookie third round pick, Karan Amagaji.
Okay.
Um, Now I believe that Magaji was a Matt Eberflus guy because I remember hearing some of the draft stories about how Amagaji's father was a part of the same country club as Matt Eberflus.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah,
Oh
and
yeah, I
at
remember
one
we talked about that before.
yeah, because it was the whole story of a young Karan coming up and saying, "I'm play for you one day," and they made it happen. So, is there some of that in this kid, like in the eyes of the Bears with this kid? Are they seeing some of Matt Eberflus? Does he get held back some because of that? I mean, I doubt it. I doubt that if they got an asset, they're gonna use it.
Yeah.
But that's something to think about. So D Snow, with all three of those guys being mentioned, how do you see this thing playing out? Who do you see as the day one starter?
Well, I'm gonna stick with Triple O, man. He's been a kid that's been looking good from the beginning. I think right now it's been his job to lose unless Braxton, comes off that injury and looks world beaterish. But we all know coming off injuries, you got to get back into the mix. You got to get the mix. it's mental more than physical when it comes to injuries. So mentally, you got to be ready to get out there and take those hits, get in the trenches, and do what you got to do. I do like what we have going right now, though. I also like. I mean, you see, they went on ahead and gave some money to McFadden too. So we are shoring up our offensive line. We are making sure that we got bodies ready to go. But I think right now the young kid is really, I think Ben Johnson's one of those guys. If he sees something he like, he gonna go with you till you give him a reason not to. So I think right now Ozzie is in the driver's seat, and hopefully, that continues because I would rather have the young kid starting with the veterans behind him. I would hate to, I hate to see when that young kid has all of a sudden the vet's down now. I got to step into this position to figure it out. I love to have this young kid already in that position. So if that happens, which happens a lot in football, we got guys that are ready to go.
Yeah. I can see that. I like that. I feel you on that.
A little backwards thinking.
I would think for Ryan Poles, I think he would want to see Braxton Jones succeed. This is another one of those first picks of his from that first draft class with Kyler Gordon.
Yeah. I didn't think about that side of it. Yeah,
and
your picks got to look good.
He was a 5th round pick, if I recall right, and was an instant starter at left tackle. That's a story that I think Ryan Poles would want to see. Hey, I found a diamond in my first try. Being an offensive lineman myself, I was able to find somebody that nobody else found. So I would think that his preference would be Braxton Jones. But I also believe it's a what have you done for me lately thing. Right now, Kieran Amangaji and Aji Trapillo are the only two that Ben Johnson has a history of working with. Yeah. It's just how it is because Braxton Jones has been injured. Yep. So by default, even though they say you lose your spot to injury and all of that, bullshit. Because this is a brand new coach that hasn't worked with this guy yet. Yeah. And right now, this rookie is showing up and showing out. Right. So I think that because of that, I think the rookie does end up starting. Does he finish the season? Hopefully. We'll see. But this is also a contract year for Braxton Jones, too. So I think Ryan Poles would like to get him out there, but Ben Johnson don't really know the guy yet. Yeah. Let's just be honest.
Hey, and we in win now mode. Nobody's going to be waiting on nobody. You got to be ready to go. So
Yeah. So I think because of that, the rookie does end up surpassing. And yes, I think he will be a day one starter. Moving on, we're going to stay on offense because we got a few for defense, but we're going to stay on offense with this one. This one of the sexy battles, D Snow. I'm talking about that running back battle. We know we have DeAndre Swift, the incumbent starter from last year and projected to be the number one guy again. Mm-hmm. But we also have Roshan Johnson, and we also have this year's 7th round draft pick, Kyle Monangai. And then there's also, I'm drawing a blank on what's my man name, the other running back that plays special teams a lot. There's a 4th running back there. Travis Homer. Travis Homer is the other option.
Oh, yeah, he's signed a little contract too.
Yeah. Now, I see him as more the special teamer. That's been his role. But you have to bring up his name in this competition because it's a competition.
Of course.
But how do you see this thing playing out? How do you 1 and 2 and all of that stuff, D Snow?
I'm going to stick to where we've been. Hey, I feel like when it comes to the running back, we have some decent running backs already here. These guys have not done anything to lose where they should be when it comes to the lineup and where it's going right now. I mean, it's the thing I look at is like we talked about. I think the biggest thing that the Bears did for them was bringing in Eric Bieniemy. I think he's going to change that whole running back room. When every clip we see, every reel we see he is coaching these guys up hard, especially Kyle. He is on his ass. So, and we've seen what he's done over the years with all of these great running backs to guys we haven't heard of. So I think that's going to be the biggest impact. And I think where we are is where we're going to stand. I think right there where we're looking at, nothing's going to change unless something dramatic happens. So yeah, I like where we are. And I'll give you my rundown just because I didn't say no names. That way I just like we just gonna stay where we are.
Which is
Let's go with my depth chart on what I feel like, for the Bears. All right, so yeah, cause I'm like, yeah, I jumped around. It was cute though. It was cute. All right, so so I'm gonna go with DeAndre Swift as my starter. I think he's the best running back out of all of them. If he comes and shows up and does what he's supposed to do, he's gonna have a great season. So I'm going with Swift. I'm going with Johnson, and then I'm gonna go with Kyle. I think Kyle, they're coaching him up for a reason. We wanted to run it back way earlier, but it didn't come to fruition as we wanted it to. But I think that this kid might end up being what we needed, and he fell in our lap. So, and I'm gonna say this: I'm gonna go on the line of saying that depending on what happens with injuries and stuff like that, Cal ended up being our starter by the end of the year.
I can dig that. And just side note, you mentioned how we were looking at running backs earlier. We thought we would have took one earlier. Hey, you never know with these guys. Running back is a position that you could catch lightning late. And we've seen it a million times.
Yeah.
And the guys at the top don't always pan out. We've seen that a million times.
Yeah.
One of my favorite guys out of this past draft that I talked about a lot on this channel is Quinshawn Judkins, and the kid just got arrested on a domestic. So
that could have been our drama.
That could have been our drama. That could have been our drama. But also could be a reason why Coles was like, nah.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need no
maybe, maybe that's one of the reasons why he passed. Maybe he knew a little something because he was on the board. He was on the board. But hey, I think definitely DeAndre Swift. This is his chance to prove last year was a fluke. He's got a really strong running offensive line to run behind now, and a great running back coach that you mentioned in Eric Bieniemy. I see him in that Jahmyr Gibbs role, that lightning role. He's the number one guy, and for Detroit, I believe Montgomery was initially the number one guy. I think Gibbs passed him in that.
Yeah, you saw what happened when Montgomery went down.
Yeah, but
crazy.
I think that Swift is in that Gibbs role in this system. But I know you said Roschon is probably your number 2 with Kyle Monangai as your 3 with the potential to move up by the end of the year.
Yes.
I think Kyle Monangai steals that number 2 spot right away. We've heard so much about this kid. We see so much work that the coach is putting into him. Where on the other hand, Roschon Johnson is a player who I like, and he seems to be a really good locker room leader and a tough guy, but he's had some concussion issues.
Okay.
He's had some injuries, and I think that Kyle Monangai, if I recall, has never missed a game.
Wow.
Like
That's
ever?
Big. That's big.
At that position. Big. So I think that I think that they are grooming him to take that spot. And I think he gets that David Montgomery role week 1. Week 1, D Snow. I'm calling it. I'm stamping it. And I think he and DeAndre Swift, I'm not going to say who ends at 1 or 2. I think they are going to be 1A, 1B with similar carries, just different style of running. Kind of how Montgomery and Gibbs were. So next up, D Snow, I want to move over to the other side of the ball and go to defense. And another key battle is amongst the linebackers. Who is going to be our 3rd starting linebacker outside? We know we got TJ Edwards. We know we got Tremaine Edmonds. But behind them, we got Amen Abangwamiga, who's been there a couple of years. Another special team standout. Noah Sewell, who's the brother of Detroit Lions superstar offensive lineman Penei Sewell. He was a 5th round pick by the Bears in 2023. And then there's this year's 4th round draft pick, Ruben Hippolyte II, who's kind of been making a name for himself in these spring and summer practices since the draft, Snow. A 4.39 40 is gonna turn some heads from the linebacker spot. So how do you see this linebacker thing playing out, and who becomes that 3rd starter?
I mean, the guy that's got your face lit up right now is hey. I
With the
could,
crazy eyes, he got those
right, I can
Bobby
fake the
Portis
fumble and
crazy
nasty
eyes.
dunk. But hey, the crazy eyes is hey, we might have us a little Mike Singletary Jr. in that boy. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm liking what we're hearing from him, the energy he brings, and like I've been talking about, we need a crazy man that's all over the field. He might be the guy we've been looking for. So that's my pick right now. I think he fits well with what we already have. And you know it's about chemistry when it comes to the defense and offense. So I got to go with that kid, man. I can't wait to see him hit something. I can't wait to see them on the field against an opposing team.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, hey, I can't hide how I feel. You saw the smile on my. You talked about the smile on my face when I think about the potential of this kid.
Yeah,
4.39 speed and plays angry and mean.
yes, sir. Sounds
This
like
could be
everything what
another
a
one of
great
those
defensive player
diamonds.
want to be.
And like you try not to be so over the moon about what a draft class could look like. Um, having not seen any of the guys, like not even going through their first training camp yet. This is all projections. But right now, D Snow, we looking at the what do we name 3 rookie starters potentially already?
Man.
And we haven't even gotten to,
Yeah,
and
we're
we
not
haven't
talking
even
about
mentioned
like
the first few
injuries.
picks.
They got these positions. They out there earning these positions. So I love it.
Man, we talking about a potential starting left tackle, running back, and linebacker
Yeah,
rookies, and they weren't even your first couple picks.
that's called a decent draft right there.
Yeah, this is why Ryan Bowles got that contract extension right now, probably. Um, but yeah, I think the potential of Ruben Hippolyte is massive. I've been wanting to see Noah Sewell for the last couple years since they drafted him because um, he was highly regarded coming out of college, and again, a brother of All Pro Panay Sewell. It was like, okay, this kid has the potential. And even before he got drafted, the projections was at one point late first, but most of the projections had him as a second round pick. We got him in
Wow.
the 5th round. So I'm thinking, okay, this guy might really be a steal. But he's shown up nowhere but special teams so far, D Snow. So I think that he's now. Don't get me wrong. Jack Sanborn was undrafted that year and just showed
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
He went
That dude came out of
crazy.
nowhere.
Yeah. As a matter
Knocked
of
him a
fact, I believe it was
contract.
the year before. But yeah. So maybe his play was just so good that Sewell just couldn't get on the field. Maybe Eberflus had a love for Sanborn, which Sanborn left and went to Dallas and followed Eberflus, so it's possible.
Yeah, he like, man,
Um,
you help me get this money. I'm going with you, cuz.
so it's like, did he really even get a chance to show what he could do? Maybe Eberflus fell in love with Sanborn
Hey,
and didn't give
it
him a
might
shot.
happen
Didn't give him
again.
a
The
shot.
way Hippolyte running around, lighting up the screen.
I feel that way too. I feel that way too, D Snow. I feel that way too, and because of that, I got Hippolyte as my projected
Hippolyte got that name too.
guy.
That's the type of name you want to hear. Hippolyte, like it's yeah. He got a football name. I like it.
Yeah, I see him terrorizing backfields a lot with that speed and
Yeah.
that style. Shorter guy, but I don't care. Just
Short guy complex,
pin,
man. You know
pin your
those
ears,
dudes. The
pin your
dudes where
ears
everybody
back and
says
go.
smaller than everybody else, and he not. Yeah, give me that chip.
Yeah, pin your ears back and go. Um, but moving on from that, another position with a promising young rookie, D Snow,
Uh-oh.
defensive tackle.
Uh-oh.
Now we know Trevon Dexter. I think he's locked in as a starter, and more than likely Andrew Billings with him. But or actually more than
I
likely
would say
Grady
Grady
Jarrett
Jarrett.
with him.
Right, I would say,
More than likely
whoa.
Grady
Yeah,
Jarrett
we
with
didn't
him.
bring him over from
But
Atlanta to watch.
there
Right.
is also Andrew Billings, who I mentioned, and then there is the rookie Shamar Turner. So D Snow, how do you see this thing playing out?
That's gonna probably be the toughest, biggest battle right now because right now Billings and Turner are both kind of neck and neck in what everybody's seeing, what everybody likes, and what they think they can be. I don't know who to go with right now. I really think it's gonna be about health, who's got the playbook down, or who's ready to play. Because those other guys, I think they kind of locked in because of the veteran and because of the just. I mean, we you talk to other players, they gloss over these guys. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about Jared and Dexter, guys are like, oh man, So you can tell the other players look up to them. But I like Billings. I do like Billings. I love the size. I love his versatility. I think he can play multiple positions as well.
They was a different team when he was healthy. That
Hey,
defense, that they were a different team with him healthy. Without him healthy, they could not stop the run.
uh, so there it is. Look, D Snow dug out his bag. No man, but no matter what, I like everything that's there. Of course, some of these guys just got to get some reps in and stuff like that. But the Bears defense is going to be pretty decent. Like I told you, we're going to be in that top 10 to 15 range.
Yeah, I think so. I I think mainly I mentioned it before this offseason that I like the idea of pairing a young guy and a vet. Um, Now we know with these big guys on the defensive line, the tackles they're gonna rotate consistently. So all these guys are gonna get ample playing time. But I do think it's gonna be Dexter and Grady Jarrett to start off. The vet and Jarrett and the young guy and Dexter who showed a lot of promise last season, followed by the vet and Billings and the rookie and Shamar Turner. I think that's a good solid rotation, and you have somebody next to you at all times that
Yeah,
knows what the hell they're doing.
yeah.
Um, but I think this is probably my on the defense between them and the secondary. This is probably one of my favorite positions. I think the defensive interior for the Bears should be strong
Oh yeah.
now. But moving on from that, uh, let's see. We already talked about linebacker. Let's talk about defensive end because we know Montez Sweat, he's locked in.
Sure.
And we know that the Bears spent some significant money to bring in Dio Odeingbo. So
Yeah.
pretty sure he's locked in as the opposite starter. But who backs him up? Who's that's a small little battle in itself.
Yeah.
That third defensive end, because we have Austin Booker, fourth
Yeah.
round pick last year, with some good potential, or a fifth round pick last year rather. But then you also have Demarcus Robinson, who's severely underachieved, another guy from that first round post draft class. But when Ben Johnson was asked during the mini camps, some of the names that stood out, one of them was Robinson. So maybe he's showing a little something extra now. These guys know that this is kind of a last opportunity. And then you also got a guy like Daniel Hardy also. So who do you see him being that third defensive end in the rotation, D
I
Snow?
just want the fans to see that D Snow don't be capping. But man, I was thinking the same guy, y'all. Hey, I guess you already had him up. I got my man pulled up. Hey, and I'm a little biased because I do have a child named Dominique too, so I do love that name. But hey, I've heard nothing but great things about the kid. I mean, veteran presence. We know it's going to be important, to be able when it comes to the line. I think the offensive line, running back, wide receiver, those type. You can throw a rookie in there sometime and get away with it. Offensive line, but the defensive line, man, you gotta have some guys ready. So we have been getting killed in the trenches over the years, man. Over the years, in the trenches, we have been garbage, trash, dumpster juice, and it's about time. Hey, I got a whole.
Not the
I can do
dumpster
this all
juice.
day. Dumpster juice,
You
like.
might have to trademark that.
Put that in the bottle, and you're gonna die instantly. One sip. But it's been bad, and I like Dominic swag. I like his energy, and I need I like a nasty dude in the trenches. I want the dude that's trying to bend an ankle or twist a finger. I love that in the trenches. I don't want nice guys in my trenches, and Dominique gives me that feeling, man. I think he might end up being a name we hear a lot this season. That's the guy I'm rolling with, Dominique Robinson, man. Number
I like
90.
it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, Dominique Robinson is somebody who I want to succeed. I remember when he did get drafted, one of the talks about him was that he would be a project. This was a guy that I believe was converted from wide receiver or quarterback, wide
Sheesh.
receiver, I believe.
He was a round
Um,
receiver? That man
yeah.
6'5", 250. How big was he then?
Well, since he's put on a little bit of weight since
Yeah,
then,
of
and
course, of course.
like I said, he was projected to be a project. So I want to see the fulfillment of that project,
Yeah.
but I also have high hopes for Austin Booker. I think
Okay.
Austin Booker can really be something, and I think he has a nastiness about him.
Okay.
And I see him spending a lot of time with Montez Sweat. So I would say that that's my pick, D Snow. Austin Booker, but I like Dominique Robinson. I hope that he makes it. I like the idea of Dominique Robinson. I'll say that. And the fact that Ben Johnson said that he's been showing up and showing out, I appreciate that. And I want to see him win. But right now, I'm going to pick Austin Booker.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and one more position that I didn't mention, I want to jump back to offense. I didn't put this in my notes, but I thought about it as we were talking. And it's that last wide receiver spot. Actually, I want to talk about two wide receiver spots, but first I want to talk about this last wide receiver spot. So we know we got DJ Moore, we got Rome Odunze, we got Zacchaeus, we got Duvernay. But I'm
We got
wondering,
about 8 dudes fighting over 2 spots.
yeah. And this isn't necessarily a battle question, but it's a question of, does this guy you think makes the roster? Tyler Scott. Tyler Scott, D Snow. This was a guy that's brought in to be a burner. He is now going into year 3. He was talked about last offseason as having all of this chemistry with Caleb Williams, but when the season came through, we did not see it. Anytime his speed was used, he just didn't seem like he could bring down the ball. So, D Snow, do you see a future on this team for Tyler Scott with all of these moves? And Luther Burden, that's the other name I didn't mention.
Because not to
do
mention
you
him.
see?
He got a future here.
Yeah. But do you see Tyler Scott making that 6 wide receiver spot? Does he make the team?
I think training camp as well as preseason is going to determine if Tyler Scott is still a Bear. They bought him as a cast for a reason, and that's to take Tyler Scott's job. Yeah, that's how I'm looking at that. I remember I talked about this a few episodes ago. We have so much competition going on, and it's a good thing. Iron sharpens iron, and you don't want guys to just be like, "Oh, this is my spot," and just walking. You want guys coming in worried. You want guys with butterflies. You want guys coming out there giving their best. And I think Tyler Scott right now, your name is up, man. I think you are the one being looked at as the cast. They bought him over for a reason. If he can come out there and catch balls on and do what he needs to do, spread that offense, we don't need you, bro. So I mean, he might be on the practice squad if they really do like him, but he might be on his way out the door. I think Zacchaeus is going to end up. I think Duvernay is going to be our return guy. I think Zacchaeus will get that other spot.
Yeah, I agree. Travis Scott got all kinds of speed, and you want to find a way to use that potential.
Yeah.
But the fact that he hasn't shown the ability to catch the goddamn ball,
gotta catch the ball,
that's rule number 1 for that position.
I think we ranked in most drops in the last 5 years.
I like Tyler Scott. I see him on some of the podcasts, the local Bears podcast. Good guy, great personality, good kid. Again, speed out of this world, but you got to be able to catch the ball. Now, if he does make it, I trust that Ben Johnson will find a way. But I think we just replaced him with 3 more of him and better potentially.
And I think right now.
And I think the only way that he makes the team is if he can show out on special teams.
Okay.
Because I think it's over with him on being counted on.
We got too much firepower on the offense now, man. And enough balls to go around for Travis to see a ball.
Yeah. But in the end, I'm going to say no. I don't think he makes it.
I saw you trying to give him a glimmer of hope.
I want to. And I hope that I'm wrong. I hope he shows out.
Hopefully he just ends up on another team. We don't want to see you out the league, but hey, you gotta if you want to be on this team, man, you gotta step up and show up.
Yeah. Wide receiver is gonna be a tough position for us.
It's a lot of guys fighting for that position, man.
Absolutely. So now the last one I want to talk about, and this this might be a real battle that I don't know if anybody expected to be a battle, but I personally kind of see it becoming one. A friendly battle for the number one receiver. DJ Moore or Rome Odunsi.
Ooh.
Who do you think is that number one guy? I know everybody, the money says DJ Moore, history says DJ Moore, but DJ Moore is coming off of a so-so season. And it's all about chemistry. That was his first year with Caleb. You would expect this year to be better. I expect this year to be better, but I also expect his chemistry with Rome to be money.
Yeah.
So D Snow, people watching at home, get in those comments. How do you see this playing out? Who's the Bears' number one receiver?
I ain't gonna lie, man. If y'all go 2 years back, man, that Washington squad was deadly. And every time they threw that ball to Rome, he was on Sports Center every Saturday going crazy. And we only saw a glimpse of that last year.
They made it to the Natty.
Hey, we only saw a glimpse of that last year. We didn't even really get to see Rome because Caleb was running for his life. You get Caleb some time to throw that ball, a good offensive line. He's planting his foot. Rome Odunsi will be in the top 5 wide receivers this season. I'm calling it, Bears fans. Rome will be one of the top.
Things.
So he will be the number 1 wide receiver for the Bears. And he will be in the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL this season.
I like it. I like it.
Rome
two things that I heard.
Breakout season.
2 things that I heard Ben Johnson say this offseason that made me think about that question. One was, if you remember when he first got signed, he made it the quote to DJ Moore, "No block, no rock." Are you seeing something? Do you think he's not blocking enough? Is that a critique from Ben? And 2, he made a mention that he loves big plays. If it ain't a big play, he ain't thinking about it. And Rome is your deep guy. It's got big play written all over it. So I think that's a legit question, and I'm with you. I think that DJ Moore is looked at to be the number one guy, but I think the chemistry with Rome, between Rome and Caleb, I think is just different. They came in together. Like, it's hard to jump in front of that, you know? So I'm with you. I think Rome ends up taking that number one spot. I think DJ is still like, it's 1A, 1B. I think he still will have a big year. Ben Johnson will find a way to make sure DJ has a big year. This isn't a knock on DJ. This is just how I see the chemistry with Caleb and Rome working out.
For sure.
They, at this point, look like they brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
They connected, and that means everything. So yeah, that was that's our training camp preview with some position battles. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed it, please give us a like.
Yeah.
And talk about it. Let's talk about it down in the comments. Anything we missed, any other battles that you see, or anything you disagreed on. And one last thing before we get out of here, I want to bring up is the fact that still D Snow, these second round picks are not signed. And this isn't just the Bears. This is not just the Bears. This is league wide. There are only there are only 2 second round picks in the entire league that have been signed.
Wow.
So maybe heading into training camps, we start seeing a domino effect. Some guys start getting signed. But one thing I know, an article I saw a few weeks back, actually, I wanted to talk about it then, but we haven't had a show for a little while because of reasons. But this might have a lot to do with, I don't know if you've been following any of that collusion stuff that's been going on.
No.
After the Deshaun Watson guaranteed signing.
I mean, after what we saw with freaking Deion's son, that was collusion to the fullest. Like,
yeah, so it seems like owners are coming together to try to get rid of some of these guaranteed contracts. Now, some of these agents want more guarantees for these second round picks because they have less years, give them more guaranteed. And owners don't seem to be on board with that. And I think that's why you have this standoff with these second round picks. So that's something that's interesting to follow. This is not a Bears thing. This is a league wide thing. So don't Don't look at it and be like, "Oh, Luther Burden, here we go.
Oh
Trapillo, I
man.
thought you was good." I don't think this has got anything to
No.
do with
Hey,
these
NFL
players.
and NBA, if they don't get their shit together, we gonna be looking at people coming to the table talking about lockout soon. Because the owners are not happy with the players. The players are getting paid a lot. It's a lot going on with those two sports when it comes to the owners and the players. So hopefully they can figure things out because I mean I'm old enough to have been a part of some strikes and they suck. I hate when
Yeah,
my sport is gone because they're not happy with all that money that they make. you know?
yeah. It's these Sean Watson contracts
Well, and I'm not
that
gonna lie, as
and
a dude from the outside looking in, the Deshaun Watson thing does look horrible. Because everybody told y'all don't give him that money. I mean, he hadn't played in years. Y'all did all that, gave him all that guaranteed money. And how many games has he played for them? I mean, I don't think he's got a full season out of them.
well,
So
I think he about had close to a full season cumulative when you add it all together, but none of it has looked good.
no.
None
And
of
then
it has looked
then he
good.
carried all the extra stuff with him, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody knew about all the other stuff that was going on. He just so we'll see.
But yeah, it's these fully guaranteed contracts that are
Yeah.
making teams scared and they're
260
colluding. Sounds
million.
like it sounds like they're
I
colluding
still
now.
remember his
So
number, and that ain't my team. I don't care about him, but I remember that number, 260.
that reset the market. So yeah, anything else you got for the people's D Snow
A
before we
couple
gonna
of
get up out of
things.
here?
Hey, training camp. I see they started to sell tickets. I have never been. If anybody gets a chance to get out there, man, we'd love to see some pictures, hear some good stories about training camp. The one guy I do want
Absolutely.
guys to be looking out for that we didn't talk about today, J.P. Richardson. J.P. Richardson has been getting a lot of rave reviews coming out of training camp. They say he caught like a nice one-handed grab on the last day of the OTA. So let's be looking. And I know we just talked about the wide receiving position is
Yeah,
right now
no,
it's
but
collecting.
that's somebody that could take that number 6 spot.
Hey,
That's why I
yeah,
worry about Travis Scott.
it's
I mean,
gonna be it's that wide
not
receiver
Travis
thing is gonna
Scott,
be
but
fun to watch. So be looking out for JP. Before I get out of here, my man, hey, PCA. You know what I'm saying? Not only is he an all-star, hey, first first ball player in history to go into All-Star break with over 20 home runs, over 50 RBIs, and 20 stolen bases. That's nuts. Got to get some love to PCA. Go to my
yeah,
Cubs.
he
And
on
one more
another
thing,
level.
because this girl gets enough hate, and I'm tired of it. Shout out to Angel Reese, man. She has been on a tear. Hey,
The
I
cover of
know this.
2K26.
Hey, I know the Sky have not been playing that well, but it's a team sport. But through all of the stuff that this girl goes through with RG3 and everybody making, she continues to goes out there and plays basketball. She doesn't talk negatively. She continues to sign autographs. Hey, shout out to Angel Reese, man. You are a true Chicago star. We love you, shorty. Keep doing your
That's
thing.
facts. That's facts. I'm proud that Angel Reese is a member
Yes,
of the
sir.
Chicago Sky. I am a fan. I'm not a hater. I'm happy she made that cover.
Yeah.
Um, all of
Yeah.
the me bounds talk and all of that. I'm glad she turned that into a bag, made a company out of it.
Huh. Huh.
She's savvy, and I dig it. And
Yeah.
I agree. I don't agree with all of the. I agree with you. I don't agree with all of the talk behind the scenes and the media, the fans, and all of that. How they giving her a hard time. I've heard people say, "Oh, she's racist. She's this. I hate her because she doesn't like Caitlyn." Who cares if she doesn't like Caitlyn? Do you know Caitlyn?
I mean,
Like,
Michael
all
Jordan
I
didn't
care
like
about
him.
is
Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley didn't like each other for years. Like,
yeah, that don't got nothing to do with me. That builds for a great rivalry. Like, I
yeah,
appreciate that. Don't just give anybody anything.
that's
So
right.
I appreciate that fire, and she got that dog in her. And for the
She do.
people that saying that she's trash and all that, you know what? Honestly, who she closely reminds me of, and when I tell some people this, some people laugh, some people agree with it and say and think about it differently. But to me, she's Dennis Rodman.
Uh, I like that.
Great defender, legendary rebounder, double double
Hey,
every time you see them.
and gives me a
And
little bit of what's my
and that
man name from Memphis, the big dude with the headband.
Zebo,
Man, give me that Zebo vibe. Just. Hey, every board is hers. Like, hey, and shout out to the signature shoe, man. I
yeah,
need to see some more colorways, but she dropped her shoe. Like, man, I love it, man. I love it.
yeah. But that's what I see from her, and
I
I
like that.
think that is a necessary evil. And
Yes, it
even when
is.
you look at the off the court effect, They're different types of people, but still
Yeah.
got that off
Yeah.
the court
That is
kind of
true. Off the
effect.
court, she is that ish.
So, in my opinion, she's Dennis Rodman.
Hey, that's cold, bro.
If you think Dennis Rodman is trash, then okay, I can understand you saying she trash.
Yeah.
But if you think Dennis Rodman is one of the best ever, then you got to put her in that same category. So,
and like I say, if it's so easy, why everybody ain't doing it?
Facts. She doing what ain't been done before.
That's right. That's right. So
Yeah.
shout out to the WNBA getting, starting to get some traffic around here. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man.
They got a couple new
and
teams.
Shout out to our fans out there, man. We appreciate y'all. That's why we make sure we got out here and got a show in so we can make sure y'all know that we still out here. The season is coming. We're going to keep coming with all this great content, and hopefully this is going to be a winning season for us.
But yeah, just piggyback off of that, though, before you jumped into that. With the WNBA, over the next 5 years, we got 5 new teams coming. So it's expanding.
Yes, sir.
So, but yeah.
Hey, it's a girl out there dunking it right now. I'm seeing it. Hey, I watch a lot of videos. It's this girl at AAU. Man, I'm talking about 2 hands. So if they can get a couple of girls to put it down, it's going to change everything.
Yeah. I do believe that, say what you want about Caitlin or Angel Reese, I'm a fan of both of them.
Yes.
Now, I'm not calling them this comparison isn't from a basketball on the court perspective, but as far as the effect on the game, their rivalry is Magic and Bird to me.
Hey, I totally agree. This is the Magic and Bird.
From the college to everything. And yes, this is 100%. So I love it.
Yeah. But you know what that means, WNBA? Y'all Michael Jordan's on the way. It's one of those little girls right now.
Juju.
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 Hey, when Juju hit the league, wee.
Yeah.
Hey, and matter of fact, if y'all get to say, hey, Caitlin play against Paige tonight, that's gonna be a great game. So we got some matchups coming already. So
absolutely. So I like the way it's going down. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, please help us out. If you enjoyed this show, you got some good value out of it, or you just, want to show us some love, get down there and please drop a like. Share this thing with all your Bears fans. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to turn on your notifications so you don't ever miss a single drop, because training camp is coming. The season is coming. We finna bear down Chicago.
You already know.
So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We appreciate y'all. From us here at CHI Go Bears, we'll holla.
Hey, Chicago Cubs, thanks for bringing Sammy back. That was a magical moment. I know we've been gone. We love y'all.
Yes, sir. Peace.